Hi, it's so
Hi,
good to see you.
it's nice to see you. I saw you almost 10 years ago. So I've been following you a little bit, and I'm at a place where I need your help again, and I'm just kind of stuck. And I sent you my question.
Oh, beautiful.
So,
Let's see if I can. Do you want to read your question or share what you shared in the chat?
well, I don't know how to accept the vibrations of the universe. Like, I don't even know how to define really what I want to accept those 2,000 bits of information and receive the right ones. So, how do I even start that process?
So, what's really great is that when you wake up and when you set little reminders throughout the day. When I met my Greg Larsen, my husband, he was teaching Eckhart Tolle's work. Byron Katie's work, he loved Deepak Chopra, but all of that wisdom cultivated in Be Here Now. And I took the color red, and every time I saw the color red, I'd ask myself, like, are you here now? That was my process that worked. Greg set a timer on his watch, and his timer would beep every hour, and he would go, am I here now? And Byron Katie's work says, who would you be without that thought? So whatever thought that he was having on that hour mark, when the phone went, his timer went off on his watch, who would you be? How would you show up if you weren't having whatever thought it was? And so to actively have pattern interrupts in your life so that you go, oh, this is the bit of information that I'm receiving at this moment. So for me, I was in a great deal of, I was either in service or in trauma. If I was in service, then I was tapped in, I was loved. But if I had to be me or anything other than showing up as service, I was in trauma. And so it's hard to have a relationship or be authentic or real if you gotta always be in service. You can't really build anything on that. And so the authenticity, every time I saw something red, what are my thoughts? Oh, I'm not here. I'm wanting you to like me. 2003, 2004, if you didn't like me, it would have crushed me. Many years in, if you didn't approve, if what I was sharing, and but I had to notice those thoughts. 4 billion bits of information are coming in, and if it's being filtered by, do you like me, right? Or are you approving of me? And I caught the thought, oh, I was just thinking, is this person approving of me? Am I afraid of this person? Is this person like me, relates to, I'm safe with this person? So, oh, I see the color red. I get myself safe. I feel safe. Who would I be without the thoughts that I'm having? I would feel safe. And so for you, Rebecca, the reason that I share all of this is because there's been so many parts of your life that are causing not to feel safe. Is that correct?
Yeah.
And all of those are bombarding you over and over again. And this is what's in your field is one of the great things that are in your field is spirit has always helped you. God, source, love has always helped you. And you've made it thus far. And there were times, there were lean other times as well. And these lean other times are, you made it through all of those. And what you have now is you've got so many more resources, so much more in your field, and you haven't recognized all of that about yourself. So I want you to write a bliss list. And in it, it's so simple. what brings you bliss? And this is, for many, many years, I would keep it in my pocket or in my purse. What is my bliss list? And so seeing my daughter smile, the sunlight refracting through crystals, the
ocean
of running water, right? What would be on your bliss list?
Looking at the ocean, sunsets, my children smiling, laughing, joy, watching other people experience joy.
Watching other people. And so you write all of those down, and every day you add to that list. And every time you find yourself, because there is so much evidence in your life, the universe has supported you over and over and over again. There's been lean times, and you've always made it through, and your kids, and what's really, really valuable, has always made it through.
That's true.
And so this reminder, it's especially scary right now, because the news, the division, all of it is keeping everyone at this low vibration, like the hum of the frequency, the oscillation, the energy all around us. When we wake up in the morning, we have to do extra work right now, especially in the atmosphere of the election, in the atmosphere of what you're seeing on any newscast.
Right.
Anytime you turn on anything, it automatically brings, instead of the highest potential, it brings us down to the lowest potentials. So one of my mom started getting into 24/7 news, and I made my mom turn off the news, because she was having, like, they've been isolated, they've been, their immune systems are great, they've been, and all of a sudden, it's so strange to say this, one of the neighbors saw my mom at someone that they've lived in this great neighborhood, really beautiful, 35 years. And my mom was getting ready to go to an event, and she was in her Pakistani garbs, and 35 years, great neighborhood, great, but someone called like Homeland Security with my mom in her beautiful garb. Wow. And so which is like, and then Homeland Security shows up to my parents' house, right? And it was just so interesting. She was in like a t-shirt, and it was like a political t-shirt and a pair of pants, and she looked so not, she just looked normal but embarrassed, like no way that she'd ever want anyone to see her. And she's like, oh, that's interesting, please come in, take a look around. And she like gave them a cup of tea, and they interacted and talked. And the reason that I'm saying this normally sane, but the neighbor that, they've all been there for 35 years, all of a sudden sees something different and is afraid and thinks this is the best thing. And my mom's response to that, because she's in this world now with me, she reads the newsletters, she's learning, she watched The Secret, What the Bleep Do We Know, she's in this new field. So she had such great compassion for the neighbor. She's like, would it be weird if I made them food and brought it over there? And I'm like, Mom, they probably wouldn't eat it, right? Like, how do I help them feel safe? Because we're being divided. So literally she had to turn off the news to raise her vibration, to raise the neighborhood's consciousness to some degree, to do that big work. And you get this, you're so tuned into the higher frequencies. When you show up with love, everyone's laughing and smiling. And so, this is a difficult time, but this is part of connect back into that faith part within yourself. And even here, all along the way, there's been little miracles.
Yes, that's true.
And there's this energy or question around moving or changing locations. Is that correct? That's in your field?
Yeah, so I lost my job mid-July, And I just dropped my kids off. My 3 children are off living with their dad in Georgia because they're in school. So, and then I'm looking for a job, and it's like, do I stay in California? I live in Redondo Beach, or do I really start pursuing something in another state? Not necessarily Georgia, but somewhere where I can move my family and have my kids back with me in school in a better learning environment. So I'm upside down and sideways.
Yeah, and again, there's no way I could have known that in any
No,
shape or form.
no,
Is that correct? Right?
no.
And the reason that I share that is just to go, wow, God is love source. The universe is really coming through here for you, right? So trusting that first conversation, oh my gosh, it's coming through. Write the bliss list.
Okay.
Okay, write the bliss list. And then this next part is you are going to be moving. And part of it is for the kids. You wanted to give them more diversity experiences, that sort of thing. And so this has been a deep desire in your heart.
Yep.
Yeah. And so there are 3 places that are showing up in your field. So it's related, if you did move to Georgia as a launching point, so you could be closer to the kids, that's already a possibility.
Yep.
Did that make sense? Yes.
Yep.
Yeah. And so you register that and you see that. So the most important part about saying that to you involves clearly saying that you're not stuck. You already have possibilities.
Okay.
And so that is the low-hanging fruit. That possibility is really, really present with you.
Okay.
Okay. And so that next layer, that next level, that next joy that's coming in is so to really think out where you want to be.
That's the hard part, but I need to do the work there.
Right. And there is parts around the middle of America, not Georgia. It feels more like Utah or Colorado, kind of that, one of the corners of Colorado, one of the matching parts right there. The environment, the greenery, the trees, the nature, all of the stuff that your family, that you revere, and opportunity for you there. And so that really deciding what you want. And I'm so glad. And anyone that's and you can send me a message, Rebecca. I know we always are able to take care of the people that have been with us from the beginning. And whenever you send in that note or request, you just say, oh, I saw Dr. Sarah in such and such time. And then we'll be able to really make sure that you come through.
Okay.
Okay.
Thank you
So much. Thank you.